The youth today are very, very keen on knowing the why of what they are doing.
I think the first impression I will look at the kids first, as and not the younger generation in the sense, maybe, not a thing. As a kid, for example, a 6-year-old kid or a 7-year-old kid, when he or she comes to a dance class with a parent or comes to learn something with a parent, the impression that the teacher gives to the student is very important.
We pay so much importance to the aesthetics, but that aesthetics itself, the understanding of aesthetics itself involves so many layers of life skills also are associated with that aesthetic part.
In the turn of the 19th century, Western music and Western classical music and South Indian classical music were kind of in their peak. There was a golden age really for both of these styles. And I think in this time, Western classical music kind of made a shift from more sacred music to secular music, whereas Carnatic music didn't really do the same thing. And it generally remained quite devotional and quite sacred. So do you think that this hindered Carnatic music's accessibility today?
Yeah, so I mean, kind of Western music as like a general concept tended to be kind of built on the patronage system. So if you don't know what the patronage system is, it's basically where a musician will have a wealthy patron or patroness who pays them to write music. So regardless of if it was sacred or secular, ultimately quite a lot of the Western, like the great canon, as it's known, the kind of Western repertoire that we think of by Bach and Beethoven and Mozart and all his white male friends, is kind of written for a commercial purpose. Whereas when we think of the Holy Trinity of Carnatic music, with Tyagaraja, they never wrote for money. They wrote purely for God.